In the veritable coliseum of digital discourse, Hasanabi, a veritable leviathan of online content creation, engages in a spirited diatribe against the notion of cultivating orbiters akin to those surrounding streamer destiny.
When you're an online content creator, if Hassan was more open to more smaller content creators, then D-Man would not sit on this many orbiters. It was Hassan's own fault. 24-month subscriber. How come? Be honest here. Are Hassan good at gathering orbiters himself? Where do these small leftist content creators go to? You have no idea how to grow online. Remember, Hassan was once an orbiter. Not really someone we see much of. And Hassan has been going on for years on here. If all that's you can mention, that's still really bad. This guy mentions a bunch of content creators who are not orbiters, by the way. They're fucking fully fledged content creators in their own right. That is insane. Your demand is that I like literally collect fucking smaller content creators like Pokemon so I can create an entire community of dick rider content creators? That's fucking psychopathic. I know but he keeps a closed group of orbiters to the point of heavy gatekeeping. No, man, you sound fucking unhinged. I treat people like they're human beings and not like look at it from the perspective of having like a harem of yes men who are going to abide by all of my wishes and attack my enemies and defend me unconditionally. What the fuck? Also, there's a shit ton of content creators that I collaborate with that are either around my size or maybe a little bit smaller than me or even larger than me. But you don't even consider that to be a thing because you are looking at content creators not as human beings, but simply as literally a number. How many subscribers they have. That will show whether or not they are valuable as allies or not. Israeli, when I first came in here and said some things regarding my being Israeli, I saw some anti-Semitic comments directed towards me getting deleted from the chat. Stuff like, we're outside your house and shit like that. So thanks. Yeah, of course. That's crazy. Hassan is not fucking carefully conducted. You aren't understanding what he's saying. Your entire behavior is weird, bud. What, you misunderstand what I'm saying? Yes, I am, but they're still doing this in many ways as a business. It's literally a job for most of them. I don't know why you're so understanding of people's people just losing sight of their own personal individual convictions and just simply are doing it for a bag and then simultaneously saying, why don't you create that for yourself? I feel like that's weird as fuck. I literally stopped naming them with ... and he thinks that all I can name, you can do so many collabs with people who don't necessarily take your side. Some of them have a small audience, some have a larger audience. What do you want them to do? Yeah, I don't have orbiters because I have friends, I have allies, I have people who share some of my opinions, maybe not all, and they're all wonderful people, and I routinely collaborate with them, and I routinely hype them up. Ultimately, it's ridiculous to be like, yeah, you have to fucking defend me. I have to just like pick smaller content creators specifically so they will unconditionally defend me. Like, it's a major criticism that I have of other content creators who do stuff like that. Just like develop a weird fucking sycophantic orbit of content creators who are just like suckling on their teat and maybe even changing their fucking worldview seemingly as a consequence of that. That's weird, dude. These are human beings with their own personal convictions, their own dreams, their own opinions, their own attitude. I think it's very weird to reduce them to like what they can do for me. Am I a fucking villain? I need to have my own legion?
Not.
The concept of orbiters, smaller content creators orbiting a larger figure like satellites, absorbing and amplifying their influence, has been a subject of contention within the streaming community. Hasanabi's invective against this practice is rooted in a profound rejection of dehumanizing dynamics and a fervent advocacy for genuine human connection and collaboration. Hasanabi's rhetoric begins with an emphatic dismissal of the expectation that he should amass a cadre of lesser-known content creators, effectively treating them as mere instruments for bolstering his digital empire. To Hasanabi, this notion is not just misguided but utterly psychopathic. He perceives it as an affront to the dignity of content creators, reducing them to pawns in a game of influence and viewership. The suggestion that he should emulate destiny by creating a harem of yes-men is met with scorn, revealing Hasanabi's deep-seated disdain for such manipulative practices. This disdain is further underscored by Hasanabi's assertion that his interactions with other creators are predicated on mutual respect and human decency, not transactional convenience. He castigates the idea of treating fellow creators as mere numbers, metrics of subscribers or followers, rather than as individuals with their own unique perspectives and intrinsic worth. In this respect, Hasanabi's approach to collaboration is radically egalitarian, seeking to uplift peers irrespective of their relative popularity. In defending his stance, Hasanabi contrasts his methodology with that of those who maintain a tight, gate-kept circle of orbiters. He perceives such behavior as unhinged, indicative of a need for control and validation rather than genuine camaraderie. This gatekeeping, to Hasanabi, is antithetical to the organic, fluid nature of online communities, where collaborations should be based on shared values and mutual enrichment rather than strategic alliances designed to fortify one's own platform. Hasanabi also addresses the practicalities of his approach, noting that he frequently collaborates with content creators of varying sizes. This spectrum ranges from those who are slightly smaller to those who rival or exceed his own following. By doing so, Hasanabi demonstrates a commitment to diversity and inclusivity in his collaborations, thereby fostering a more vibrant and dynamic content ecosystem. A pivotal element of Hasanabi's critique is the dehumanization inherent in the orbiter model. He articulates a vision where content creators are recognized as individuals with distinct dreams, convictions, and opinions, rather than as sycophantic followers. This perspective is a call to honor the autonomy and integrity of each creator, challenging the reductionist view that their worth is solely tied to their ability to serve the interests of a more prominent figure. The vitriol Hasanabi directs towards the concept of orbiters also stems from his broader critique of the commodification of relationships within the digital realm. He perceives the cultivation of orbiters as a manifestation of a transactional mentality, where interactions are valued only insofar as they contribute to one's personal gain. This, he argues, is antithetical to the authentic connections that should underpin collaborative efforts. Moreover, Hasanabi rejects the notion that content creators should align themselves unconditionally with a larger figure. This sycophantic behavior, often seen in the orbiters of other streamers, is anathema to Hasanabi's belief in intellectual independence and integrity. He laments the loss of personal convictions that can result from such dynamics, where creators might feel compelled to conform to the dominant views of their patron, thereby stifling genuine discourse and diversity of thought. In delineating his opposition to orbiters, Hasanabi also emphasizes the ethical implications of such relationships. He argues that fostering a network of dependent, beholden creators is not only morally dubious but also detrimental to the health of the community. By encouraging sycophancy and dependency, such practices undermine the very principles of autonomy and mutual respect that should guide interactions within the digital space. Hasanabi's tirade against the orbiter model is also a defense of his own integrity and approach to content creation. He highlights that his collaborations are born out of genuine relationships and mutual respect, rather than calculated moves to consolidate power and influence. This principled stance is a testament to his commitment to fostering an environment where creators can thrive as individuals, free from the pressures of subservience and conformity. Ultimately, Hasanabi's vehement rejection of the orbiter model is a call to preserve the humanity and dignity of content creators. He advocates for a culture of collaboration rooted in mutual respect, where creators are valued for their unique contributions rather than their utility in bolstering another's platform. This vision stands in stark contrast to the transactional, dehumanizing practices he decries, offering a more hopeful and inclusive vision for the future of online content creation. To comprehend why destiny might favor this structure, one must delve into various pragmatic, strategic, and personal reasons that underpin his approach. Primarily, having orbiters amplifies destiny's influence and reach within the digital space. These smaller creators, by aligning themselves with Destiny, naturally extend his brand and message to their own audiences, creating a broader dissemination of his viewpoints and content. This amplification effect not only increases his visibility but also fortifies his presence across multiple platforms, thus consolidating his position as a key figure in online discourse. Furthermore, orbiters contribute to the creation of a vibrant and dynamic community around Destiny. This network generates a continuous stream of collaborative content, which can range from debates and discussions to gaming sessions and reaction videos. Such collaborative endeavors keep the content fresh and engaging for viewers, fostering a sense of community and belonging among fans. The orbiters' participation ensures a diverse array of perspectives and styles, which can enrich the overall viewing experience. From a strategic standpoint, orbiters serve as a buffer and a support system for Destiny. In the contentious and often hostile environment of online debates, having a group of loyal allies can provide both intellectual and emotional reinforcement. These orbiters can defend Destiny against detractors, amplify his arguments, and even take on debates and discussions on his behalf. This collective defense mechanism can help mitigate the pressures and challenges that come with being a prominent online personality.